Hi, welcome, and thanks for checking out my I'll Take a QR Game Show Review form. When you purchase this is exactly what you will see. If you purchase a classroom license, we're going to walk through this one. The commercial license gives you the option to receive your PDF or Google Doc. Like, so you can get the QR codes, the images off of either one, totally not secured. Like, it's yours, commercial license, go to town. Have fun with it. Classroom license, one teacher, one classroom. This is what we can do. So we're going to do it together. It can be a little intimidating to try out a new technology, and I'm here to do what I can to help you out. So the first thing you have to do is put in your actual real life email. I will not be emailing you newsletters or promotions or, hey, what you wearing today? I don't have time for that. You want to make sure it is correct because this is where your file will come to. There's a whole lot of gnomes and magic, and it's actually just a lot of code and nerdiness working in the background, so I don't see your data. You put this information in, it runs a script. I let the data sit on a server for 24 hours in case there's a problem, and then it gets wiped clean. So I don't have access to anything that you put in, and I don't want it. This is your thing. So wheretheteachergoes@gmail.com. And then you need to give it a name, what you want your file to be. If you are going to make a QR game with Native Americans, you're going to want to give it that same kind of name. Or you're doing a classroom incentive or countdown for the last 30 days of school, that's what you call it. And so I am going to call this today random sampling because that's really what we're going to do. And the information you can put in a QR code is almost limitless. You can use a QR reader right now, pause the video, and scan these examples. This first one is a really long quote. It's a phenomenal quote, but it's really long. The one thing you cannot use are quotation marks. It will break the QR. It won't work. You'll just get a blank thing. And before you send your angry letters, that's why quotation marks break it. You can add videos. You can add public images. If you put something on your Google Drive and you mark it as public, it doesn't count. I'm going to write a blog post up on how to make public images, but really they're still private. The same with videos. You can make videos that you can put in QR codes that still nobody can see without the link that you're going to send them. So you still maintain control and meet your COPPA privacy things with students especially. So the default for our point values in this game is 500, 400, 300, 200, 100. Kind of like that game that was played with a board with questions and you had to answer in a question. You can set this up however you'd like. The template is formatted for 4 digits. So you can come in and change it if you want to keep it how it is. If you want to make a double, round and double it for 1,800, type it in. This form itself has 6 categories with 5 answers in each category. So you have 30 opportunities for QR codes, for questions, for review, for incentives, and you don't have to do all of them. Nothing is required but your email, your file name. So I'm going to click next, leave those point values as they are, and my category. So this first category, let me make a couple questions on summertime fun. Okay, cool. And my 500-point answer, if you change the value, don't stress that it says a 500-point answer. This is just, again, how it connects. So my 500-point answer for summertime fun, let's see, I want them to say what is swimming. So jumping into water and moving arms and legs at the same time. So there's my clue. The answer will be, what is swimming? Summertime activities. Cold treat in a 3D shape. That should be, what is an ice cream cone? You know what? I think I'm going to stop at that. Do I want to add another category? Yeah. Let's move on. This is going to take me to category 2. Category 2, let's go with, oh, look, synonyms. I put little helpers. So the synonym for, a synonym for happy. What is ecstatic? What is thrilled? What is, you know, overjoyed? A synonym for excited, a synonym for, and I either put in, maybe because it has to be an answer. You can't put a what, unless you wanted to, because it's your thing. Go for it. Excited, happy, furious. And you know what? I'm done. I've got what I need for our sample, so I'm not going to add another category. I'm going to go to the last one. And our last chance answer, it's kind of like in that game show. They had a final round. Again, you can, whatever you want to do. And then you hit submit. You're going to get a nice little note saying you're going to check it. It'll take about an hour. Again, there's a lot of code being worked on, and taking whatever it is that you type into here and turning it into a QR code that's in a PDF and gets emailed to you takes a little time. So give it an hour. If it's been an hour and 10 minutes, then shoot me an email. And I will figure it out or run it manually. And that's why I keep your data for 24 hours and get it to you as soon as I can. So we're going to check back here in about an hour. Okay, so it is 1:47 and the file came through. It took just under an hour for the code to run, even though I was very tempted to manually do it. I wanted to make sure it worked. So you can see I've got an email. This one says that it came from me because it did. On yours it'll say it comes from wheretheteachergrows@gmail.com. And here we go. Here's your email. It has last minute information about what the licensing entails, because it's really tempting just to forward a link. I understand. I am not always the most innocent and have learned my lessons the hard way. But here you can see we have our PDF attached. I'm going to go ahead and open that up, and I'm going to show you what our final product looks like. So here, there's my category. I've got this set, and you can fold them in half and have it half on a board. And here's my points, my 500-point question. And it's simply just the QR code. If you print this on a white paper, it looks fine. If you print it on different colored paper, it looks incredible. And what an easy bulletin board to have up, and just change out the QR codes every now and then. Fold the paper in half. You can put it so the value is on the outside, and then you flip it up to scan it. That might help if some of your kiddos have devices, then they're not tempted to get a peek at what's coming up. This game also really only needs one device to be played, because you would need to be one announcer who announces the question. So here are my different points, 300, 200, and you'll see that in my next category, synonyms, I've got a couple of QRs, and then I stopped. Remember, I didn't put any more in. Maybe I did the whole thing. Okay, now you can see blank pages. Here's where my next category would have been, but I didn't type anything. So you still have a blank page. If you do not fill out the entire form, you don't want to print all of the pages. It's 37 pages. There's no point in that. You need to just print the ones that you need. And again, the classroom licenses, you'll get the PDF. If you're a Google School or you just want to tweak stuff, the commercial license, you can choose between a PDF and a Google Doc to receive these in. But wait, there's more. Also included is a scorekeeper's friend. So you could have this projected up on the board, and basically you give your teams a name, or they choose a name, and we're going to say these guys are the Rockets and these guys are the Jets. And over here you can see that their names came in. So the first go around, the Rockets got 300 points, and then they got 200 points, and then they lost 100 points. so they went down to 400. But then they got a 500 pointer. So you can see that it's going to do the math for you, and the same on the Jazz. I just put in some very random numbers. Clearly the Rockets won, but this is a great way for your kiddos to have scorekeeping ability, and you don't have to doubt their math. Also, you can work with bigger numbers because you're not limited to, first grade being able to add up to 18 and stopping there. You can show them how powerful numbers can be. That's it. That's a quick walkthrough. If you have questions, shoot me an email. Check out the blog. I go into a lot of detail on games. There's some freebies on there. Free QR code maker to make individual QR codes, especially with students. So I'll see you out on the interwebs.